Welcome to English Podcast, your place to enjoy captivating stories and real conversations while improving your English. Listen anytime, anywhere, and boost your confidence step by step.
Let's imagine a cozy little coffee shop, tucked away on a quiet street corner. Picture warm, inviting lights, the aroma of freshly ground coffee beans filling the air, and the gentle hum of conversation. This is where our story begins.
It's a rainy Tuesday morning. The kind of morning where the world outside seems a little blurry and everyone just wants to be inside, warm and dry. Our main character, let's call him Alex, is standing in line, waiting to order his usual latte. Latte, that's Italian for coffee with milk, by the way.
Alex is a creature of habit. He always orders the same thing, always sits at the same small table by the window, and always brings a book to read. He likes the quiet predictability of it all. You could say he's a bit of an introvert, someone who enjoys spending time alone.
The coffee shop, though usually bustling, is unusually quiet this morning. The rain seems to have kept most people at home. There's only a handful of other customers. A young woman is typing furiously on her laptop, lost in her work. An older gentleman is reading a newspaper, occasionally sipping his tea. It's a peaceful scene.
Alex reaches the counter and places his order. "One latte, please," he says to the barista, a friendly young woman with bright pink hair. He pays and steps aside to wait for his drink. He opens his book, ready to lose himself in its pages, but something stops him.
A woman walks into the coffee shop. She's soaked to the bone, her umbrella dripping onto the floor. She shakes the rain from her hair, a cascade of water droplets scattering around her. She's striking tall, with fiery red hair and bright green eyes. She looks a little lost, a little out of place in this quiet haven from the storm.
So, there I was, fiddling with my phone, trying to look busy. You know how it is when you're waiting for your coffee? It feels like it takes forever. The coffee shop was bustling, lots of people chatting, the espresso machine hissing. It was a typical Monday morning.
Totally. I always end up scrolling through social media or checking emails, pretending I'm super productive. So, what happened next? Did your coffee finally arrive?
Not yet. Suddenly, someone cleared their throat. I looked up, and there he was. Tall, wearing a trench coat, very mysterious looking, like something out of a movie. He had this intense gaze, and he was looking right at me.
Ooh, a trench coat. That sounds intriguing. Intense gaze means he was looking at you very directly and seriously, right? Like he was really focused on you.
Exactly. It was a little unnerving, actually. Unnerving means it made me feel a bit nervous or uneasy. He gestured toward the empty chair opposite me. It seemed like he wanted to sit down.
Oh, wow. So, did you let him? I mean, it's a public space, so it's not unusual for people to share tables, especially when it's crowded.
I hesitated for a moment, just kind of staring at him. He gave a small, almost apologetic smile. It softened his face a bit, and I nodded, gesturing to the chair again. He sat down with a sigh of relief, placing a worn leather briefcase on the floor beside him.
A worn leather briefcase. The details are building the suspense. Worn means it looks old and used, right? Like it's seen a lot of action.
Yes, exactly. It looked like it held a lot of stories. He was still looking at me, and it was starting to get a little awkward. Finally, I decided to break the silence. I asked him, "Are you waiting for your coffee too?" My voice came out a little shaky.
Good for you for breaking the silence. That can be tough sometimes. So, what did he say? Did he explain why he was staring at you?
So, to recap, our main character, Sarah, is in a busy coffee shop, waiting for her usual latte. She's people watching, a little bored, when she notices a man staring intently at her. This is unusual, right? It makes her a bit uncomfortable, a little self-conscious. She checks her appearance. Is there something on her face?
Exactly. And she's starting to feel a little creeped out, which is understandable. I mean, nobody likes to be stared at like that. The word, creeped out, means feeling uneasy or slightly scared, like something is crawling on your skin. Creep can be a noun too, referring to someone who makes you feel uncomfortable.
Right. But then, something surprising happens. The man approaches her, and instead of saying something creepy, he looks lost. Almost confused. He opens his mouth to speak, hesitantly, like he's unsure of what to say. This makes Sarah even more curious.
Yes, and this shift in the story is important. It builds suspense. We thought he might be dangerous or strange, but now we're not so sure. He seems vulnerable, almost. Vulnerable means exposed and potentially easily hurt, either physically or emotionally.
He apologizes for staring and explains he thought he recognized her. He thought she was someone from his past, someone he hadn't seen in a very long time. A childhood friend, perhaps? This explanation is plausible, believable. It seems to ease Sarah's apprehension, her feeling of worry.
It does. And the word, plausible, which means seemingly reasonable or probable, is a good one to remember. It's a more formal way to say, believable. But there's still a sense of mystery, right? We, the listeners, still don't know if he's telling the truth. Is he really mistaken, or is there something else going on?
So, there I was, awkwardly standing next to this woman, clutching my empty coffee cup. The barista yelled out, "Caramel latte for Elias." That was me. My relief was palpable. Palpable means you can almost feel it, it's so strong. I practically leapt to the counter.
And I bet the mysterious woman just vanished into thin air, right? Leaving you to wonder about the strange connection you felt? Like a puff of smoke? Poof.
Not quite. As I reached for my latte, she gently touched my arm. I turned, surprised, and then she said something I'll never forget. "Elias," she said, using my name, even though I hadn't told her. "Elias, that scarf, it belonged to my grandfather."
Whoa. Okay. So not a puff of smoke, but a bombshell. That's a pretty intense turn of events. Intense, meaning very strong or powerful, like a strong emotion or a dramatic situation.
Intense is right. My jaw dropped. I was speechless. I mean, what are the odds? This beautiful, intriguing woman, her grandfather? My scarf. It felt surreal. Surreal means like a dream, strange and unreal.
So, let's break down a few of these words. We've got palpable, meaning something you can almost touch or feel. Intense, meaning very strong or powerful. And surreal, meaning strange and dreamlike, as if it's not really happening. Any others you want to highlight, Elias?
Yeah, intriguing. I used that word to describe the woman. Intriguing means interesting and mysterious, making you want to know more. She was definitely intriguing.
Absolutely. And that's such a great word to use when describing someone who captures your attention like that. So, what happened next? Did you ask her how her grandfather's scarf ended up in a vintage shop in Brooklyn?
Okay, let's quickly recap the story so far. Remember, recap means to summarize. I was waiting in a busy coffee shop for my latte, feeling a little grumpy because it was taking so long. Then this fascinating woman with bright pink hair sat next to me.
And she had this incredible, intricate tattoo of a phoenix on her arm. We started chatting about the tattoo. Intricate, by the way, means detailed and complex. She told me it represented overcoming challenges, a powerful symbol of resilience. Resilience means the ability to bounce back from difficult situations.
She was a travel writer, which explained her worldly vibe and the interesting stories she told me. She'd been everywhere, from the bustling markets of Marrakesh to the serene temples of Kyoto. Bustling means full of activity and serene describes a calm and peaceful atmosphere.
We talked about our dreams and ambitions. She inspired me to revisit my own dream of writing a novel, something I'd put on the back burner for years. To put something on the back burner means to postpone it, to give it a lower priority.
Then my name was called, my latte was finally ready. Our conversation had flown by. I felt energized and inspired, like I could take on the world. Our chance encounter had completely shifted my perspective.
He almost forgot to get her contact information. He was so caught up in the conversation. But he managed to ask for her email address just before leaving. A chance encounter means an unexpected meeting, and caught up means engrossed or absorbed in something.
And that's where we left off. A short but memorable encounter with a complete stranger in a coffee shop. It proves that sometimes the most unexpected moments can lead to the most meaningful connections. Memorable means worth remembering, something you won't easily forget.
It also reminds us that it's good to be open to conversations with new people. You never know what you might learn or who you might meet. It can brighten your day and even change your perspective, like it did for him.
Thanks for listening to English Boost. Remember, practice a little every day and you'll see big results. See you in the next episode.